got another very busy week coming up, both on the macroeconomic and company reporting front. Top down, the three likely standout news items are, first, UK inflation figures on Tuesday the 15th. And while the headline Consumer Price Index will grab the headlines, make sure you look at the producer price indices, input and output, as they could give a steer on what inflation will look like in a few months' time. In October, consumer price inflation was 1%, producer price inflation 7.2% for input and 1.2% for output, all on an annualised basis. The second number to watch for, top down, UK unemployment on Wednesday the 16th. That's at an 11-year low of 4.9% right now, although wage growth still subdued at 2.3%. And third, look for UK retail sales figures on Thursday the 17th. In September, they were up 4.1% year on year by volume, 2.9% by value. So that's top down. Bottom up, 8 FTSE 100 firms have got results or trading statements, 2 were speaking at events, and 1 has got an annual general meeting. And they include house builder Taylor Wimpey on the 14th, EasyJet Land Securities and Prudential on the 15th, Barratt, British Land and Rolls-Royce on the 16th, and Royal Mail on the 17th. But for me, the stock that could really cause a fuss in the week ahead is mobile telecoms giant Vodafone. The FTSE 100 firm is due to release interim results on Tuesday the 15th of November. Now, as you can see here, the shares have largely paddled sideways for most of the last 3 years in a range between, say, 180 pence and 250 pence. And at 215p a share as I sit here, they're slap in the middle of that right now. So it's all eyes on what Chief Executive Vittorio Colao has got to say alongside the interims as he enters his 9th year in charge of the company. Operationally, I think there are 3 things to watch for in particular. The first is organic revenue growth. In the first quarter, this was 2.2%, based on a small increase in Europe and a big one in Africa, Middle East and Asia. Do note, however, that the 3 markets that shrank in Q1 were Greece, the Netherlands and the UK, and the home market was the worst of the lot with a 3.2% drop. The second number to watch for, that's the number of 3G and 4G customers. That came to 88.9 million at the end of the first quarter, and they feed into data volumes which are up 63% in the first 3 months of the year. And then look at the number of broadband customers, 13.7 million at the end of the first 3 months. Finally then, you've got to keep an eye on the all-important dividend, which Vodafone is going to start declaring in euros from now onwards. The stock offers a near 6% yield for 2016, one of the highest in the FTSE 100. And Vodafone's actually one of just 27 in that elite to have increased its shareholder payout in each of the last 10 years. But as we can see here, growth has been slowing. And that's partly because earnings cover is very skinny at barely 0.5 times. For all that, the company has said it intends to increase the payout from a baseline annual figure of 14.48 euros per share. So thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time.